Hey guys, today I'll be answering this question of is it okay to date right after leaving an abusive relationship? Of course, the answer you might have read somewhere like actually it's very, very okay because at least you'll get to forget them faster. Someone else might have convinced you that it's good because it's a form of rebound. You'll have rebound relationship so that you can rub it into them so that they can really feel bad that they left you or you left them. You may really have read all those things in forums like, yes, you can do it. It depends with you. As long as you know the red flags, as long as no, you can do it. But today I'm here to tell you, no, it's not the right thing to date after leaving an abusive relationship. This is because there are only two scenarios, not even four, only two scenarios if you jump into the dating scene after abuse. The first scenario is attracting another toxic relationship. You see, when you've left an abusive relationship, you are wounded, you are desperate, you are feeling lonely, you are feeling betrayed, and all those negative emotions you were suppressing in the relationship are still in the surface. So you are in a lot of pain. And something about being in a lot of pain. Have you ever been in a lot of pain let's say you are having a headache, and then when you go to a doctor, you don't even ask a lot of questions. You just want to be treated. Like you don't even scrutinize if the doctor is qualified. You can't really look at the wall and look if the hospital is even licensed. You won't even look at it because you just want the pain to go away. Same thing with you now after living an abusive relationship. You are so hurt, and you not even scrutinize this person you are having this situationship with. You'll even not scrutinize this. You'll not even be so keen in your dating world. Yes, you might know some red flags, but you'll be desperate and you'll just be like this wounded lion, this wounded gazelle, which even can make the easiest prey for older lions because you are desperate for anything. Because when you are very, very lonely and feeling a lot of emptiness on the inside, you'll really feel that anything is better than nothing. That guy who doesn't even treat you so well, or that lady who doesn't treat you so well, is much better than anything. You also, because you've not found yourself, you'll end up comparing an abusive relationship with your current relationship. You'll be like, at least this person is not physically abusive. At least they are just verbally abusive. They are not that bad. You'll be comparing a very terrible relationship with the relationship you are about to jump into. But not comparing because it's a good relationship. No, you'll just be using a basis. Like you cannot compare, you cannot get a good thing by comparing with a very, very bad thing. You may end up getting just better, but not good for you. Hope that makes sense. Another thing is you'll also end up rationalizing what you are seeing in your potential partner. You'll rationalize it, and say like, this is not bad. I know how to protect myself. I know my boundaries. I've had all those stories. I know what and what. Just because you are very, very desperate. So because you are wounded, there's a high chance that you will attract a toxic relationship. And the thing about attracting another toxic relationship after leaving another one is it can be harder to leave this relationship because you'll also end up blaming yourself and saying like, I wish I should have listened. Why can't I learn from my past mistakes? So when you jump to another toxic relationship, you may even end up saying that I can't learn from my mistake, or you may just give up and say that maybe this is my destiny, maybe this is my curse. Because you just operated, or you're just operating with a lens which has been wounded, or a compass which has been distorted by your past abusive relationships. So that's the first scenario, attracting a toxic relationship. And that's the highest actually. The other scenario is you will end up creating an unhealthy relationship. Here's how it goes. Because you are very hurt, you cannot even be vulnerable anymore, right? You cannot be intimate enough. You cannot trust anymore. Because you are afraid that if you trust someone, they'll betray you. Or you become overly suspicious. If your new partner is even late from work, start thinking that they are cheating on you because you're just overly suspicious. You are still operating from the lens of fear you picked from that past relationship. Like it's like wearing glasses which are just filled with fear. You see anything, it triggers you. You can't even enjoy some things with your present partner because when you try to enjoy them, they remind you of your ex. It's like just physically you are there as a person, but mentally, emotionally, you are still invested in the past. Of course, you'll be hurting the other person. You'll end up also breaking a few glasses because you'll be so clumsy, or you may be wanting to impress so much. Then you end up hurting them. You end up controlling them, overly suspicious, all those things, to the point where if that other person, if that new partner was a healthy partner, they will start feeling that you are the abusive one, because you are hurting them. You are hurting them by not trusting them. You are hurting them by stalking them, by breaking a few cups. Sometimes you may lash out at them, and then you end up asking yourself, like, why is it that you are lashing out to them? It's because you are still operating from the lens of the past. You are constantly getting triggered. So in a way, you are making a relationship unhealthy because you are not there. You are still in the past. You are still operating from the voice of your ex. Your ex is still inside you, running this real world, not the authentic you who is free from these things. So there are only two scenarios: attracting a healthy relationship and then you make it unhealthy, or because you've brought along all those toxic behaviors you picked up from the abusive relationship, or the other instance is attracting a toxic relationship. So instead of running away from the pain you are feeling, how about you first find yourself? You first heal this pain, because the more you heal this pain, it will mean that there will only be two scenarios for you. You can either find a healthy relationship, or you can also just have that healthy relationship by yourself, or you can just be what we call a happy single. Like, you can be single or you can be in a relationship, but you'll know that you are happy and free from the past. So follow this other path of healing, not the other path of rebound and looking for another relationship. Yes, you're desperate for it, you're lonely, but it's better to face the loneliness than go into another relationship and then still feel lonely and then still feel entrapped in it. Hope you found that informative, guys. All these advices will actually make your life even worse sometimes. So sometimes it's just good to listen to your emotions, listen to the pain you are feeling, and then that's what healing is all about. Until next time, guys, have a nice day.